Okay, back with another game that Twilight Prince 123 wants to show me on Steam, and this time it's Freedom Planet. He tells me it's a lot like a 32-bit Saturn-esque Sonic thing going on, I don't know.
It pretty much is. I mean, you'll definitely see why when you start playing it, so...
Okay, Galaxy Trail, I've never heard of these guys.
Yeah, they're kind of new.
Also, it looks like I can't use the D-pad.
Yeah, it's another analog one, so you gotta have to go with that. So...
okay, now I'm seeing the Sonic influences already. That looks like cream. Fucking cream.
Alright, I guess if you want the full thing of it, you want to try out Adventure Mode, there's just... Is there a bunch of stories, cutscenes I have to wade through first? Well, not really wade through, like... To get to the first area, there won't be that much to...
Alright,
okay.
So.
Besides, you gotta at least hear their voiceovers. They're actually not too bad, but, yeah.
Okay, it's kind of Mega Man 2-ish thing, just rising, and...
And then, okay, so...
Yeah, it's Elysia Dragoon all over again.
So, now we're going to see the game's big bad for a brief moment.
I'm Batman! No, I'm something from Bucky O'Hare, I don't know.
3 days later in a valley to the east. There's another ship that's crashing, of course. Got a lot of Gunstar Heroes-esque explosions. And here's our two main protagonists.
Or as you like to call it, Michael Bay the game.
Yeah.
Where are you going? I have to make sure they're okay. Can't you be Little Miss Hero Pants some other time?
Hero Pants never... Okay, I see where the Sonic shit's coming from.
Now, you actually have a choice whether you want to play as Lilac or Carol. If you want the Sonic experience, I recommend Lilac.
Well, I'll go with Lilac since it seems like she has balls, or ovaries, or whatever.
Okay, so basically, yeah.
Okay, I can jump.
Yeah, A is your jumping.
Okay,
B is like your
B does
dash,
that.
which takes up that meter.
Okay.
And that's your actual basic attacks. Also, you can double jump to do a sort of a spinning tornado attack, like so.
Okay, but it eats up some of the special things.
Just some of it.
Okay,
yeah,
the shoulder buttons do
don't
shit.
Don't do anything. It's basically a 3-button setup, just like a Sega game.
Okay.
Like I say, it's more of a platformer with some Sonic elements to it.
Yeah. It takes it borrows some elements instead of tries to be a rip-off like, oh, I don't know, Bubsy.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh, okay. Is there anything over here? Leap of faith!
Nope.
Okay, between this and Shovel Knight, yeah, I'm seeing reasons to get... Because something tells me this isn't on Wii U or anything.
As far as I know, this is a Steam exclusive. As far as I know, Freedom Planet is a Steam exclusive.
This, Shovel Knight, and AVGN, it's like two-dimensional candy, and these three games are hosting Halloween.
Yeah, so those blue crystals are basically like the coins in the game, you could say. You get 200 of those, you get an extra life.
Can you spend them later?
No, it's just basically, just collect them as you go along. You're actually technically heading backwards, but yeah.
Well, I just like to look around, see what I can find. Shovel Knight really indulged that sense.
Oh yeah.
Because
and by the by, with her little spin dash move, you can actually aim it diagonally upward as well, so she can actually kind of somewhat fly with it, as you can tell.
Yeah.
And of course, it's also got the Sonic springboards as well. Head up the ladders.
Trying to get... come on!
Okay, so just jump.
Okay, you can double jump. You can jump again after you get off the trapeze thing.
Just grab that, and invincibility! And of course, as I mentioned before, no, she is not a hedgehog, she is a dragon. I know, it kind of took me by surprise.
Well, who said dragons can't, run and...
That's an extra life.
Okay.
And the red ones are just for health, although if you're in full health, they just count as blue crystals.
Yeah, I'm liking this.
Invincibility lasts pretty long, though.
Oh, I didn't have to waste the thing.
That is for Carol only, so you don't need to worry about it.
A gas can.
Yeah, basically, okay, Carol is kind of slightly more... I guess you could say you could somewhat compare her to Knuckles because she could, like, climb up walls and stuff like that, but she's also not very fast. Instead, though, when she wants to go fast, she has that motorcycle you saw at the start.
Okay. Yeah, the people behind this were definitely old-school Sonic fans.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, speaking of Sonic, what games are coming out for him? Because after Sonic Boom, I haven't really hearing about much.
Heard that much either, so yeah.
Yeah, not that I'm complaining. I still got to get colors and generations.
But yeah, yeah, your double jump does count as an attack.
Die already, you
There
piece
you
of
go.
shit.
Just Smiter. Okay. There we go.
I'm still having trouble adjusting to the analog stick, but...
Yeah, like I said, when you're like me, you get a little bit used to it, but, you know, I can understand.
Okay, is this going to give me a boost?
Yes,
it is.
Crack that open, get some stuff.
So which do you prefer, this or Shovel Knight? Which do you think is...
well, okay.
Oh, loop-de-loop!
Yes, there's loops, of course. It wouldn't be
Oh, that sealed it, if there was any doubt before.
you could definitely tell they were very influenced by Sonic. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
this game actually was also a Kickstarter game, and
Okay.
it actually started off as a kind of just a sort of
And it's still better than all the shit that tried to follow in Sonic's wake back in the mid-90s, like Bubsy or Awesome Possum or any of that shit.
well, yeah.
It's kind of like how Mega Man, the movie, with the budget comparable to what's stuffed in your couch right now, was better than any of the Resident Evils or big-budget Street Fighters or any of that shit. It boggles the fucking mind.
It does indeed.
Speaking of games made into movies, you know they're gonna make Sly Cooper.
Yeah, I have.
That's my sole hope of there being a Sly Cooper 5 one day, because
Well, there's
if they're
gotta
feeling
be,
confident enough to make a big-budget movie, license out their character to a big CG studio, they've still got plans for the franchise, which is more hope than Nintendo's giving us about Metroid. Yeah, all you I'll say it again, all you people who still whining and bitching about Other M, shut the fuck up.
At least
it's
we got
time.
a Metroid.
No, it's not just that. It's just time to move on. Nintendo's heard your complaints about the game loud and clear. They know what you liked and what the most of you did not like. It's time to move on.
Speaking of which, moving on, you're in pretty much the second half of the stage now.
Oh, so it's got like Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah,
that sort of setup.
it's split off into zones, you could say. It's split off into zones. Although, one good perk between this, yes, you can swim.
That's nice, because you do know that in real life hedgehogs can swim. Yuji Naka just did not do the research, and no, not having Wikipedia back then is no excuse. Get out of the water.
There you go. I mean, even Carol can swim, and she's a cat. Cats are not a really water affinity.
Neither are apes, yet Donkey Kong has no problem.
Yeah, apparently apes can breathe underwater.
No, going back to like TV tropes, apes literally possess super drowning skills, while hedgehogs do not. Yet which one of Donkey Kong and Sonic, which one literally swims like a stone?
Sonic.
Yeah, and also the title Freedom Planet. I suspect it's not just influenced by Sonic, but...
Also by Planet Freedom. Many people speculated that.
No, Sonic Sat Am. It's like being the Freedom Fighters and shit.
Well, that too, I guess. But, you know, Planet Freedom as well. And basically just spin attack that, and it knocks down. Bam.
And this is also kind of reminding me of Rayman, only it's good. It doesn't it's not. I'm not disinterested right away, and you don't have to hunt down every little of those whatevers in those cages and shit.
Also, bonus points for the two main protagonists being ladies. It's good to see some female heroines here and there. Never mind about him, he's just a hazard. Invincible hazard of that. It's always good to see some more female heroes.
Well, then again, most games these days, you get multiple characters to choose from, and you get men and women. It's like... I mean, at least in Final Fantasy, you're always guaranteed to have chicks. They have the 3-chick rule, even if there's only 3 characters, like Final Fantasy X-2.
Yeah. By the way, that thing you just got, basically every level has, I think, 10 cards you can collect. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, so it's like Sonic Advance 3, where you had to get the 10 Chow to be able to try for that world's Chaos Emerald.
Thankfully, you don't have... Thankfully, as far as I know, there's no Chaos Emeralds in this game. It's just, get to the end, kill boss, done. There's no, true ending or anything like that, as far as I know.
Yeah, because in this day of YouTube, where people record the multiple endings for you, that's kind of fallen out of favor, I suppose.
That broke that. So now you can go down there.
Water.
Water.
How do I...
You can attack while swimming, just so you know.
Where's my oxygen meter?
It was over on the...
It didn't seem to be going down at all.
It was. It was.
How long does she have? 15 seconds like Sonic?
I think it's somewhere between 15 and 20, yeah.
What the hell? Okay, you can't kill these, just move?
Yeah, just stay away from the spiky part. How
long have we been recording this?
Give or take about nearly 10 minutes.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Time to run! Time to run! No time to talk, time to run! Ow. This is not insta-kill. Yeah, there's also a little bit like Sonic Advance 2, where more
like Sonic CD, where you're running along the side of the wall. Well, except it's good.
Well, there was also a bit of Sonic 2, there's some bosses that you have to fight while constantly running, like Sonic Advance 2.
Well, well, Sonic Advance 2 was kind of annoying. It's stupidly hard.
It was, actually, yeah.
Well, yeah, for on-the-run battles, Sonic Heroes did it way better.
So, what you have to basically do is, get rid of all the yellow segments on his body before you can hit the head.
Oh, okay. I thought I hit it!
You did. Now you gotta hit the head.
If I don't die first.
You see, that's one of the small gripes that I have about this game, is that the bosses can be a little unpredictable at times. But other than that, it's a pretty solid game.
Yeah, this is what you call borrowing from a franchise you love, instead of ripping it off for the sole purpose of making money. Yeah. And I'm dead. I think that's gonna be it.
Well, might as well at least try to finish it. I mean, you're at the boss of the stage, so you might as well try.
Alright.
It's not that hard. Like I said, just get rid of the segments first, then hit the head. You just have to go through the little running segment again.
Any advice on getting rid of the segments?
Well, for Lilac, you got your Cyclone Jump attack. One thing.
Yeah, but it seemed like every time I tried that, I got hurt.
Well, I don't know. Or you could, try doing the Dragon Boost in the air. Try doing that.
Oh, I can? I can do it in the air?
Yeah, you can actually do it in the air.
Do you get any, invulnerability when you use it in the air?
You get some invulnerability frames, I think, just at the start of when you dash.
Okay, I'm seeing people writing fanfics of crossovers with this and Sonic already, or pairing, Lilac and Sonic. Better her than frickin' Rainbow Dash. How people got the idea for that, I don't want to know.
I guess it's because, Sonic and Rainbow Dash are both really fast now.
Well, I thought the hack that let you play as Fluttershy in Sonic 3 Knuckles made more sense. I mean, who would be more apt to fight, to go apeshit crazy over poor little animals being roboticized?
I guess.
Seems like every time I try, I get hurt.
It's like I said, the bosses can be a little bit unpredictable. But the game definitely...
Do you have infinite lives?
No. No, not like...
I think that's gonna be it, though, because I'm sucking balls at this.
So, overall thoughts, though?
Yeah. Hooray for Kickstarters. This and Shovel Knight.
I guess you could call this your Indie Saturday this time.
I suppose.
All right.
Well, that's it. That's the second video for this Saturday. This is Mega Gray and Twilight Prince 123 signing off.
Have a good day, everyone.